we are here. I'm Mike Buzzelli, and we're here with Lonnie, the theater lady, right?
Last time I checked.
Okay. And we are here to talk about South Side Stories by Tammy Dixon. I so wanted to say South Side Stories.
Well, it did take place in the South Side.
South Side, yes. It did. It is a one-woman show, which I have to say I generally do not normally like one-person shows.
You always say that.
I always say that. Yeah.
However, this show was a little bit different, I think, because it was actually written from true stories of people in the South Side. And Tammy Dixon was awarded a fellowship to do this. I don't know if you were aware of that or not.
I am aware of that. The Tammy Dixon
and
spent
go ahead.
Years developing.
Started in 2009.
Wow.
With getting this story. She interviewed and got over 100 stories from people in the South Side. Mm-hmm. And taped these stories that people had to tell her.
So she is the writer and performer. What people should know, I think, about the story is it does focus on the demise of J&L Steel, which was a huge business factory in the South Side. And when it went defunct, it affected the lives of everyone there. It really is one of the things about the show, if I'm going to pick apart things about the show...
Which you will, of course.
I will, of course.
Because that's what you like to do.
That's what I do. My favorite scenes, though, were things that didn't have to do with J&L Steel, which I felt bad about, because the through line is really about the demise of the industry and about how life is changing. We're even seen it through the character of Tammy. She plays several different characters.
Over 24 characters.
24?
Over 24. I think it's either 24 or 26.
Two of my favorite scenes, of course, one of them deals with the chair. Everybody here in Pittsburgh knows about
the parking chair.
The parking chair. Setting a folding chair out after you've shoveled your space, or just because, hey, it's your space.
It's in front of your house.
So the folding chair, big part. But there was a great scene, and I can say scene even though we're just looking at Tammy the whole time. But it was a great scene with Tammy portraying several different characters at making pierogies in a church basement.
Right.
Yeah.
My favorite scene was the scene where she did the rap song about people come to Southside to get the party on.
Oh, right.
That's
true.
She named just about every night spot
there
and every
are
bar.
Hundreds of
and
bars
did it in a really humorous way.
In that song. There's probably as many names of bars in that song as characters that she played.
Or more. This was a tremendous undertaking, and she didn't want it to be a series of monologues. She wanted it to be somehow connected, which is what happened with the brick wall behind. I loved the projections of the they tie it in, and it gave you a little hint of what was to come and what just finished, and they projected images on the wall.
Right.
Some of which were moving,
almost like a cartoon in a bit.
Sort of, but
so shadow puppetry.
Yeah, but not really animated, but it helped really to tie things together. And she said as she wrote this, that was the most difficult thing to do, is figure out a way to tie these stories together in a way that made sense, that didn't feel disjointed. And I thought she did a really good job with that.
Yes,
yeah, I think it did too.
She's very talented. I don't know if you guys know Tammy from the Bricolage, which is a wonderful venue down on Liberty Avenue. They do that whole midnight radio series. I've seen some great plays down there. It's really fun. It's very Pittsburgh.
Very Pittsburgh.
And she inhabits those characters so effortlessly. It's like, once again, one of our favorite things, and we've said this about other actors that we have admired, about how they just a head turn or a flip of a movement, and they have become someone completely else, completely different.
And she was able to do that. Directed by Matt Morrow.
Who we loved in Charles
Charles
Ives.
Ives. He directed that also.
Yes,
Yeah.
exactly. Directed a great, yes. So
So we've seen his work twice recently and been real pleased
very pleased
with the
Matt-
results
Matt
and what
Morrow.
he's done. We
Hope
like
to
him.
see more Morrow tomorrow.
One of the things you brought up the other night that I thought was kind of funny was you were saying after we saw the show, you said that some of the characters reminded you so much of people that you know.
Oh yeah, I've been in D's. I've been in some of these bars.
And you said you
Smiling
could.
Moose D's. I've hung out, and they are real people.
I thought the really interesting part was that she's from Cleveland, the Cleveland
Yes.
area, and she had that Pittsburgh accent down, that South Side accent perfectly.
You know, I can't even do it. I've lived here my whole life, and I can't do it.
And
Okay.
at one time, she was 4 characters at once.
Oh my God, that was my favorite
I
part.
know you like that one.
That was my favorite part.
Which I've actually been to that church, bought their pierogies,
Yeah, good
and they're
program.
wonderful. Yes.
Cheers to that, sweetie. Oh, that's.
Did you, especially the lady from Florida?
Oh,
I could recognize her each time she came back. Or maybe it was the lady that heard the scream that kept coming back.
that's
She
the
kept
woman that
coming
came
back.
back.
And
I
the lady
believe
that
that was
saw the
Tammy, though.
deer.
Wasn't that Tammy? Wasn't that Tammy that lady?
I didn't think it was.
felt like
I didn't
that
think
was-
she was in there at all.
On the south side. Listen, I'm saying it. I don't want to say south side.
Go ahead. Southside Stories.
South side stories.
Down
on the-
that theater in the
down-
South Side. People come to Southside to get the party on.